Peace and blessings is real. Peace and blessings. First and foremost, man, we must acknowledge our Heavenly Father, Yahweh, through His only begotten Son, Yahushai, for allowing this word to come out. I hope you sincere. Brothers and sisters are truly edified by today's word. You got the elder and myself, the elder behind the camera, making sure the camera rolling. Last week we was actually rolling. Well, we started and my bro went to his presentation, and come to find out, the camera stopped recording for whatever reason. So this is gonna be a quick word, man. Again, the spiritual head, the elder, and myself, man. I hope you sincere brothers and sisters are truly edified by this word. It's gonna be a quick word, man. A lot of you people, man, tune in. For those that's watching, after church, we're gonna be handing out Halloween candy. So stick around. We got, we got? We got all type of chocolates. Trick or treat. Y'all know that's a joke now. The elder called me this morning. We had council real early this morning, and I actually forgot about so-called Halloween is this weekend. And to the elder called me and we talked about it. So it's only fair for us to open up the word and speak on that, because it's just funny, because me and the elder, we talk about these spirits, this demonic vibration that's going on, and this ain't even got nothing to do with Halloween. This been going on all year. So when you take in the totality of this demonic vibration that's been going on all year, and then you add it on today. Come on, Odd.
It's
bro,
terrible.
Come on, man.
Can I interject something?
Please.
I went on vacation with my family.
God.
To Puerto Rico. It was me, my son, my two adult children, my 25-year-old daughter, and my 27-year-old son.
Facts.
And all praises to Yahweh. While Yahweh Shai, everything went smooth. We made it back safe. We stamped it into our memories and the history books.
Facts.
And we breaking generational curses, man. It was really hard for me to take it in.
Yeah.
Just living it in the moment, trying to stand back, suck up the air.
Right.
And just watch my family in their element, and just because the temporary feeling,
right?
The forever feeling of temporary.
Yeah, yeah.
The forever feeling of temporary.
That was beautifully how you put that.
And we went to this restaurant, and we ate. We had tacos, and it was downtown San Juan, and all of us had pina coladas. If anybody knows about pina colada, it's a drink that was invented in Puerto Rico. So here they bring us these pina coladas, and mine is a virgin pina colada.
Now let them know what virgin pina colada is.
It didn't have any alcohol.
Okay.
So my wife and my kids, they had alcohol in their pina coladas. They had rum. Okay. And then they all three sat at the table. And they made fun of me for not having no rum. And I was like, I thought that was just like a little special moment. And we just hung out together. We spent, just took in history. God. And I just like to thank the Lord for that opportunity and that experience. Like I said, man, when you get to break generational curses, it's especially at our age, and we moving closer towards the end, to take opportunities to really, really, really focus on what's important in life.
Facts.
Like when I came home, I realized that the most expensive vehicle that I'll probably ever buy for myself will always be less than $3,000,
Right.
Why? Because I'm starting to understand that at my age, life is very urgent. And there's just no need for nonsense, like
not only that,
and stuff, yeah.
We on borrowed time. And life is so uncertain.
Yeah.
Where we live at, like, we seeing people dying at a rate we can't even keep up with. Before we continue, Go a little more in detail when you say breaking the generational curse.
Okay, Proverbs chapter 23, verse 24. The father of the righteous shall greatly rejoice, and he that begetteth a wise child shall have joy in him. Bro, when I stand back and look at my kids, like, here I am on this trip. I don't got no money. I went down there with no money in my pocket.
Right.
No, I had $75.
What happened to that?
I lost it as soon as I got there.
So you didn't have any money.
Running through the hotel, so I didn't have any money. So my wife and kids, they paid for everything for me, and I just thought it was just a good feeling. They paid for everything for me because not like how you got a dope fiend brother or a dope fiend uncle.
It was an honor. It was in a way of honor.
Right. They was like, I would point and they would pay. I would point and they would pay. And they know I'm real simple.
Right.
So I don't want a lot. But when I pointed at it, I got it.
Right.
But it's funny because
with no issue.
Because when I pointed at a turkey, egg, and cheese croissants. I want that. And I want coffee with it. That joint was like $13. My daughter, one of them bought it. I don't even remember.
Right.
We go to the restaurant, we order whatever I want, and I don't even leave the tip.
On the house.
I ain't leaving the tip. I ain't paying for the meal. I don't even sit and ask how much it costs.
Right.
When we walk through the airport, I got to play on my phone. I played on my phone.
What your wife do with the luggage?
My wife was dragging the luggage. All I did was play on my phone like a little kid. The boarding pass, I didn't handle any of that. My wife handled all that. I carried my carry-on. I had my carry-on,
yeah.
But I didn't touch anything else. I'm just there. The kids dragging their own luggage. I'm just walking like I'm the kid.
Right.
And I didn't handle anything. They handled everything.
Facts.
And it just felt, and it wasn't me being pimpish or me being burdensome
or niggerly.
Right. No, it was we ain't finna make him do shit.
Right. It was kind of like they gave you your flowers, in a sense of. See, I'm real close to this family, so I can tell y'all, you know, the generosity, the sentiment, the generous gestures that the family made for the elder. It's kind of like one of those things where it's like you invest so much into something, you're gonna reap it. You're gonna reap it in return. So basically, what he's sold in to his kid's life and in his wife's life, the last 20-something, almost 30 years.
I got that. It all manifests on those 3 days and 4 nights. It all manifests like Facts. It was all what it was worth.
Yeah.
Everything that I did without even knowing that I did.
Right.
Because sometimes your life is a blur.
Yeah.
Here it is, and the Lord's saying to me like, okay, what do you want to do with this? And I'm asking him, I'm like, well, how did I get here? How did I deserve this? And how did I get here?
Facts.
And it was like, sometimes you don't deserve things. They just given to you. Sometimes you don't deserve gifts.
Right.
But to break that generational curse that just existed over the men in my family, just consistently existed over the head of the men in my family.
No patriarch,
no patriarch,
other than your granddad.
Right, and even still, his patriarch position was questionable.
Yeah, because he
had grown children that couldn't get on one page.
Facts.
See, for me to have grown children to be on one page, and it's funny because, like, my kids, they paid their own way.
Right.
Like.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, people see us on vacation, they say, who paid for that? Well, I paid for me and my wife, but they paid for everything else.
But tell them this, don't forget this part. There's another part with the kids paying their own way. Now, him and his wife originally, was talking about taking this trip, and what the kids do.
They was like, y'all ain't gonna leave us, we coming too. We ain't paying. They like, we paying our own way. Where we went? They had their money right there. They like, come on, we ready to pay now. So they paid their own way, and it's funny because I said to my son this morning, I said, me and your wife going to me and your mama going to Europe in the summer. So if y'all want to go, y'all better get them passports together because we not going back to Puerto Rico for a while. We got a lot of traveling to do. Lord willing, we ever get back there. And he was like, well, I ain't going to Europe. I don't want to go over there. Ain't nothing there I want to see. So I'm like, okay. So it ain't like they say yeah to every trip. No, he like, I ain't going over there. Right. I don't want to be around them Edomites like that.
Right, Elvis.
So he said, hit me when you talk about the Caribbean. So I said, okay. Right. We have a trip coming to Jamaica, and then my trip with my family is gonna be in the Caribbean. But I'm thinking something like the Cayman Islands or Turks and Caicos.
What about Aruba?
Well, I wanted to, but the thing is, my wife and I, we already been there.
Yeah, y'all accomplished that already.
Right, so if the kids get passports,
y'all gonna do the damn thing.
Well, we want to go to the Cayman Islands, or we want to go to what did I just say? Oh, Turks.
Yeah.
Go to Turks and Caicos or the Cayman Islands. I'm leaning towards Turks and Caicos. Yeah. My kids will probably enjoy that better. It's real expensive, but Lord willing. But that was just a beautiful thing that I was able to do, a spiritual thing, because to be our age and to come from where we come from.
Facts.
If one of my high school teachers saw that, one of the Edomite high school teachers that I didn't get along with, he saw the position I was in.
Right.
He probably pulled his hair out his head. If he saw the trend, how I got to that point.
Right.
It wasn't by drugs. It wasn't by.
You would be the least expected person to do what you just did. Like the bottom of the list.
Yeah, like all of my friends that I grew up with. See, we started kicking it long in the laughter, 17, 18.
Yeah.
But my friends that I went through, like middle school,
adolescence, and all that. Yeah.
They not really around no more. They if they are, they very, very, very ill.
Right.
Or they not around at all. They sick or immobilized.
Right.
Or in a financial situation.
Okay.
So it's something holding them back from achieving ascension, but those things didn't hold me back. So there is survivor's guilt. Right. And we talked about that before. We talked about how the Lord put you in a situation where you feel like you got over.
Right.
And everybody else took the blows that you didn't have to take.
Well, it's God's grace.
It's God's grace, right? Yahweh gave grace.
Yes, it's grace, man. And then you got to keep in mind too, like a lot of times, man, some of the things that happen to us are self-inflicted. Right, and then some things is where the Lord like, no, this is your lot. Boom. This is your lot. No matter what you do, this is your lot.
Now check this out. Let me tell this story.
Okay.
So we were downtown San Juan Friday evening. It was probably around 5 o'clock. And lo and behold, what do we run into? A marijuana dispensary.
Okay.
So, I got glaucoma and stuff like that. Plus,
did you pay for any marijuana?
No. My wife went in. She brought me some sleep oil so I could sleep and for my glaucoma. And then I got a little piece of candy for fun. Man, that was the strongest edible I ever had, man, down there. And so I freaked out, started thinking that the Puerto Rican drug cartel or the Puerto Rican Jews wanted us dead. So I got my family back to the hotel, and they was like, that was Satan, because I was so afraid because I was on new territory. My family tore off into my ass. Yeah. And I was just sitting there and I took it, but that was the opportunity that Satan was trying to. They respectfully tore off in my ass.
Right.
But that was Satan pissed off.
Because he didn't get that bullshit off.
He couldn't get that bullshit off. But I realized that now. So when I came home, I went through a realization.
Yeah. And that's how it usually works. Right. You was out of your element.
Because if you see how I was last week on camera, I was all discombobulated.
You still was hungover.
Right. I need to sit in the recombobulation area at Mitchell.
Right.
But I got my scruples back together, the fear left, and then when I watched those videos, as soon as I saw the waterfall, I started laughing. I was like, Satan was just mad. Because if you would have saw how my family was standing there looking at that waterfall like the average black family would be looking at the Escalade at the car lot. The new Escalade. It was just to stand back and watch that and see that the Lord really, really dealt me a good hand to make me go over the go. Because every time you travel, you think, hopefully the Lord make it back. But he did. So all praises to Yahweh Shai. It was just beautiful. And now,
keep your story going, bro.
Well, now I want to talk about how it came back, and it's Halloween time in Milwaukee.
You want me to stop it? Hold on once, because we're gonna keep